What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and this time I'm going to be doing another series of videos. I originally did this series when I first started on YouTube, but I actually ended up taking all those videos down because honestly, like, they weren't really that good. Plus, like, I was like in like one of the parts I did of this, like, I was in here, but like it was like pretty dark. You could barely see me or the DVD, so I got rid of all that stuff, and it was all a mess anyway. But this is my movie collection, and in this, so this is gonna be like parts because I have a crap load of movies, have them scattered all over the room and everything. But anyway, um, there's gonna be regular DVDs and Blu-rays too, so be aware of that. And this isn't in any particular order or anything. And I appreciate all the new subs and all the comments that I've been getting that are positive, and you guys really mean the world to me. And I wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for you guys. And yeah, so this isn't in any particular order or anything, but without further ado, let's get started. First one, my favorite Quentin Tarantino film, Pulp Fiction. Love this movie to death. It's a classic. Of course, you got Uma Thurman. Um, you got Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames, Christopher Walken, John Travolta. Samuel Jackson. The whole shebang here, and I love that cover too. Won 7 Academy Award nominations, and yeah, it's just such an amazing movie. Pretty long movie too, and definitely not for the kids. But if you like Quentin Tarantino's earlier films, then definitely want to check this one out. It's very good, and even if you like his newer ones, and if you haven't seen this one, I definitely recommend checking this one out if you haven't already. And let's see, second one, Goodfellas, classic gangster movie, one of the best gangster films of all time. I grew up with this movie a lot. I've seen this like probably over 30 times. I love it that much. And this is the 2-disc special edition. It's a lot better than the first DVD release edition that they did. The first one was a double-sided disc, and like that one was getting scratched up and everything. And I hated the double-sided disc, so I just went and bought this one over at a Big Lots. That's not too far away from me. And well, it's over in it's in another town in New Hampshire, but it's a little ways away, but not so far. But I picked this one up there and got it for dirt cheap. Um, and I think I think this one came out in 2004. I think it says 2004, so it might have come out then, but I'm not entirely sure. But you got like a lot of extras on here, so it's pretty cool. Plus, it's a classic gangster movie too, so can't go wrong with it. Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci. Very very good movie. Definitely check that out if you like The Godfather and Scarface. And this is a foreign film a lot of you might not be familiar with. Most of you who are fans of Jackie Chan might be familiar with this, but Drunken Master. Love this movie. Classic kung fu Chinese movie. Released in 1978, and this DVD came out in 2002. This is actually out of print now, so you might have to do a little bit of research on this one. There's also like another DVD version out there that like is probably like a bootleg or something, but I recommend getting this one. And probably don't go for the other one because I heard the other edition of the DVD sucks. But I love this film a lot. I grew up watching this a lot, and it's a great film. Really funny. Lots of great fight choreography, and it's very cheesy too. And this is like the days, like kind of like Shaw Brothers style Jackie Chan. This was like before he like blew up in Hong Kong and also in the U.S. too. So, but yeah, great movie. You definitely need to check this one out. Very good. And then up next is a classic Disney movie, Brother Bear. I gotta get this on Blu-ray eventually. But yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. I saw this in the theater when this came out. This one came out in, I think, 2003, I want to say. I think it was 2003 or 2002. Yeah, it's very good. This is a 2-disc, it's a special edition. There's a double feature. on the Blu-ray with the second one, which don't bother with the second one. The second one's crap, but the first one's the only one that mattered to me. But the only way to get it on Blu-ray is to get it with the crappy sequel. So that's the only disappointment I have for the Blu-ray. But I'll definitely give it up. I'll definitely give it a pickup anyway. But love this movie. Very sad. I cry every time I watch it, and I'm not embarrassed to say I'm probably the only guy to ever admit that. So, Brother Bear, definitely want to check this one out. Definitely pick it up. And then Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood, Justin Timberlake, and Amy Adams. Great movie about baseball. This is one of his most recent films. This is from 2012, as far as I remember. Yeah, it says 2012. So, great movie. You also have John Goodman's in this. You got Matthew Lillard, who's also in this too. And it's a great movie. It's just great acting, great everything. Even though I'm not a baseball or sports kind of guy, I still love this movie. And you definitely need to check it out, especially if you're a fan of Clint Eastwood like myself. And then, next we have Scarface, which almost everyone's seen this, I'm sure. But, Al Pacino is great in this movie. Really good. Al Pacino, Stephen Bauer, Michelle Pfeiffer, directed by Brian De Palma, and it was a screenplay done by Oliver Stone. And the music in this is great. The story is great. Everything about this movie is phenomenal. Everyone has to see this film at least once, in my opinion. And then next we have Hellboy by Guillermo del Toro, based off a Marvel comic book. A very good, interesting, weird kind of movie, but at the same time it's very good. Ron Perlman's Hellboy. This is the first one that came out. There's also like the newer one that came out, but this is the original one. This one's from 2004, and it's a pretty good movie. You got Ron Perlman, Selma Blair, Jeffrey Tambor, Carol Rodden, Rupert Evans, and John Hurt. And it's an all in all really fun, good movie to watch. It's really, really good. And then next we have the Godfather collection, which contains all three in this little spiffy box set. And I got this for Christmas one year from my mom. And I absolutely love it. And all three of the movies, they come in these like slim kind of cases, which are very cheap, but whatever. There's part 1, part 2, and part 3. And this also comes with like a bonus disc. There's like 2 of them in here. It's like a bonus disc with like special features and all that good stuff. So that's cool. And this set is also released on Blu-ray, but I don't have that set. I think it's also going for a lot of money. I think this one is actually out of print now, I think. So if you find it, you're probably lucky. So I definitely need to cop this if you've seen it. As I think it's going for a lot now. But yeah, those are fun movies. Love The Godfather. The first one's my favorite, though. I know a lot of people say part 2 is their favorite, but the first one is my favorite. Part 2 and 3 are also very good. Classics. I love those movies to death. Eastern Condors, directed by Sammo Hung, stars Sammo Hung himself and Yuen Biao. And also with Yuen Woo-ping, the director of Drunken Master. You don't know who that is. That's him right there. And great, badass action movie. You got a great story about these criminals who are basically in prison, and they get to get let out of prison, which is basically go on a suicide type mission and stuff like that. And it's a really good, crazy movie. Lots of great action and great cinematography. From what I know, most of this movie was shot in the Philippines, and it looks beautiful. And most of the movie takes place in the jungle, so yeah, it's really, really good. Plus, great fight choreography. Sammo Hung, Yuen Biao, Yuen Woo-ping. You can't go wrong with those guys. You really can't. So definitely check out Eastern Condors. Most of you probably haven't heard of it. That's because it's a Chinese film, but yeah, I recommend it. And then we have Quentin Tarantino's film Inglourious Basterds. Very good movie about killing Nazis. Just a great movie. Brad Pitt, Christopher Waltz is also in this, and It's just an amazing movie. And you just have to, if you like Quentin Tarantino's works, then you have to have seen this by now. I'm sure. If you haven't, then you need to get yourself looked at or something, because this is a really, really good movie. Very violent, definitely not for the kids, but if you like Kill Bill, if you can stand that kind of violence, then this is your cup of tea right here. Definitely check that out. And then we have Neighbors. It's with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron. Very funny movie. Seth Rogen is amazing and hilarious as hell. Same with Zac Efron. Grew up with Seth Rogen. He's hilarious. This is one of my personal favorites of his. There's also a second one too. I have seen it. It's very good too, but I just don't own it at the moment. But yeah, I'm proud of owning this one. It's really good. Very funny. And then we have everyone probably has seen this already. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon with Chow Yun-fat, Michelle Yeoh, and Zhang Ziyi. Most people who are into like the martial arts type genre of movies have seen this by now. Yeah, it's a great film. The second one, don't bother with it because it's a piece of crap. But this one's the only one that matters, and you need to see this movie if you have not seen it. But yeah, great fighting, great. I know there's a lot of wire work and stuff like that, but that's beside the point. It's a great movie. And then Jackie Chan, The Accidental Spy. A lot of you might not be familiar with this because this is, again, another foreign film, but this version is also dubbed, which I didn't mind the dub because it's Jackie Chan's voice, but so some of the samples of, like, the ADR, it's not Jackie's voice, but overall it is, so I can deal with that. When it's not Jackie's voice, I don't like that. I mean, I used to not care, but then, like, growing up, it's grown on me. Liking Chinese films and stuff like that, watching in their actual language if it's not Jackie's voice. But right now, like, it just bothers me watching films that are dubbed without Jackie's actual voice. It's less annoying to me when you hear Jackie Chan's like actual voice, like speaking the English dialogue, in my opinion. But anyway, this is a great film. He's a spy. This one's from 2001, I believe, and yeah, it's a great film. And one of my favorites growing up, and I recommend you guys checking it out if you haven't seen it. It's really, really good fight sequences in it, and great movie. Then we have Footloose, Kevin Bacon, classic movie about dancing that's banned and everything, really good. Kevin Bacon, Laurie Singer, Diane West, and John Lithgow. Great 80s movie. It definitely feels like an 80s movie. This is from 1984. Great movie. It's up there with Grease and Dirty Dancing. If you like those, and if you haven't seen this, then you need to definitely go see it. There's a remake, but it's a piece of crap, so don't bother seeing it. But that one's very good. Then we have The Indian in the Cupboard, based off the children's novel of the same name, directed by Frank Oz. This is a wonderful movie. Loved this movie growing up, and it's just a great movie. Great special effects, good story, and everything about it is just phenomenal. So if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it with the family. It's really worth checking out. Then we have another one a lot of you might not be familiar with, and a lot of people don't talk about this movie that much anymore. Jackie Chan's Who Am I, directed by Jackie Chan and Benny Chan. Just a great movie, badass Jackie Chan movie, lots of great action, good fight choreography. The ending is like my favorite part of the movie. But it's a nice little movie about a secret agent who has like who gets involved in a helicopter crash, and he suffers from amnesia, and he can't remember who he is, and he basically tries to figure out who he is, and there's a whole bunch of people that are after him and everything. It's a pretty good movie. Just a great movie. This is actually very rare and out of print, so I recommend going on eBay to try to cough it up. I'll try to cop it up for about like a good deal. Otherwise, like on Amazon, you're not going to be able to get a deal because it's really expensive. It's going for a lot on Amazon, but I was lucky enough to find this on eBay, and I got it for a pretty good price, brand new, so I can't complain there. So, very, very good movie. And then we have John Woo's The Killer with Chow Yun-fat, Danny Lee, Sally Ye, and Chu Kong. Very good movie. produced by Soy Hark and written and directed by John Woo. This is a very good movie, very violent, definitely not for the kids, but if you grew up with like A Better Tomorrow, he's the same director of that movie, and he directed this one as well. This is put out by Dragon Dynasty. This is the 2-disc Ultimate Edition, put out by the Weinstein Company. And, yeah, it's a really great movie, very good Chinese film. This is actually getting an American remake with, Lupita Nyong'o. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. But I'm looking forward to seeing that American, production remake, actually. And, yeah, this is a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, if you like Better Tomorrow, then you definitely need to watch this one, too. And the next one is Baby Boy, one of my favorite hood movies of all time. And most of these I've done reviews of on the channel already, so you definitely want to check them out if you're interested. This is like my most viewed review of a movie ever on YouTube ever. But yeah, it's a really good hood movie, one of my favorites. Love this one. Tyrese Gibson, Taraji P. Henson, Ving Rhames, and directed by John Singleton, rest in peace, who recently passed away, unfortunately. But yeah, this one's from 2001. There was rumors of a sequel, but it never ended up happening. But like, it might happen. I have no idea. Hopefully, it does. But yeah, it's a very, very good movie. Definitely check it out. If you like Boys in the Hood, then this is definitely another one you want to see. And then we have Casino, classic gangster movie, directed once again by Martin Scorsese. Stars, of course, again, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci. This is also with Sharon Stone and James Woods. But yeah, it's just a really great movie based on a true story. Goodfellas is also based on a true story, too, I forgot to mention that. But if you like Goodfellas, Godfather, you definitely need to check this one out. Really good one. Pretty long, though, but very good. And then next one is Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Great movie. Love Hobbit, love Lord of the Rings. And this is the extended edition. It comes with 2 separate discs. Has each part on 2 discs. There's like, the only difference is that they added more scenes in this that were cut out of the theatrical cut. And personally, I like the theatrical cut more, but I like the extended edition too, because it's cool that like you see like what was cut out and what was left in and all that good stuff. But the next one is The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. This is a single disc edition, and The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. This is another single disc edition. Both really good movies. Love the Hobbit movies. And also here are all 3 of the theatrical versions of The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. Love these movies. Grew up with them. Love them. I'll love them until the day I die, basically. And that's pretty much it. And then Chronicle, a found footage film. A lot of people don't talk about this film, but I think it's very good, pretty underrated. And I recommend giving it a watch if you like movies like Cloverfield and stuff like that. It's a pretty good, interesting movie. And the next one is Speed with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock and Dennis Hopper. Just a great action movie. Love this one. You know, there is a second one, but don't even bother with it because it's not that good. I've seen it, but I don't own it, and I never cared to own it. But this is very good. I gotta get this on Blu-ray too, eventually. But yeah, if you haven't seen Speed and if you like action films, then you definitely want to check out Speed. Very, very good one. And then we have V for Vendetta. Great movie. It's the screenplay is done by the Wachowski brothers, the directors of the Matrix series. But yeah, this is very good. And directed by James McTeague. And stars Natalie Portman, Hugo Weaving. Just a phenomenal action type movie. If you like The Matrix, then you definitely want to check this one out. Especially if you like Ninja Assassin 2. If you like those ones, then you definitely need to check out V for Vendetta. And then Boys in the Hood, the best hood movie there ever was, directed by John Singleton. And yeah, this is a great movie, released in 1991. You know, stars Ice Cube, Cuba Gooding Jr., Morris Chestnut, Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett, you know, the list goes on and on. But yeah, it's a very good hood movie. If you haven't seen it, then you definitely need to go watch it. Most of you have probably seen this by now, but for those who haven't, you need to go watch it. And then, here's a double feature of the Mortal Kombat movies. These are fun movies. The first one's the best. The second one's very good, very underrated, though. I know a lot of people hated Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but I don't hate it. I actually think it's pretty good, very underrated, though. But yeah, I like these movies a lot. I know like a lot of people praise the first one and hate the second one, but I say that the first one's definitely the best one. The second one is good too, but not as good as the first. But it's not horrible. It's very underrated, but at the same time, I thought it was a fun sequel, and yeah, very good. And then here's the Star Wars trilogy. And then after these, I'm just gonna stop the video, and then I'll see you guys again for part 2. But these are the prequel trilogy. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This is actually going for a pretty big price now, but all 3 of the movies on Blu-ray, and then this is all the standard DVDs. And love Star Wars, love these movies growing up. And there's Rogue One, a Star Wars story, the Blu-ray and the DVD combo pack. And then here's the original trilogy, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. They're all called 4, 5, and 6, but I'm just calling them from their original titles. And yeah, here's the Blu-rays. Yeah, there's the Blu-rays and the DVDs. They all look very good on Blu-ray. They're all very clear. I know a lot of people hate the new editions because George Lucas messed around with all the scenes and all that stuff. But I still think their movies are very good. I love Star Wars. And Episode 7, The Force Awakens on DVD and Blu-ray, and The Last Jedi on DVD and Blu-ray. And yeah, I love these ones to death. I'm really excited for The Rise of Skywalker, Episode 9. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry this video's a little long, but it's longer than my usual videos. But I will see you guys again for part 2, and stay tuned for the next part. And thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.